Hello everyone, welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. In today's episode of Cbse board exam, we'll be dealing with previous year questions of mathematics in Cbse board exam. And today's chapter is inverse trigonometric functions. This is the second chapter in the grade 12 syllabus for Cbse. Now, our videos are very short and therefore we can't discuss a lot of questions. However, we do have a whole playlist for math questions. So if you want to check them out, just click the link in the description down below. Now, I urge you to watch this video completely because we'll be dealing with various types of questions, and there's a really important type of question in the end of this video. So you better watch every single minute of the video. So watch it completely, don't skip, and try to follow us. So let's move on to our first question of the day, right? Here it is. Write the principal value of tan inverse sine minus pi by 2. How do you solve this question? So let's write the trigonometric function, tan inverse of sine minus pi by 2. Now, pi by 2 is 90 degrees measured in radians. So minus pi by 2 is minus 90. And sine of minus 90 is equal to minus 1. So we can write tan inverse of sine of minus pi by 2 as tan inverse of 1. Minus 1, actually. So we have tan inverse of minus 1. How do you convert it in order to get the principal value? Well, we know that tan pi by 4, that's tan 45, is equal to 1. So tan of minus pi by 4 would be equal to minus 1. So we can write tan inverse minus 1 as tan inverse of tan minus pi by 4. And the tan and tan inverse gets cancelled, so you get your principal value as minus pi by 4. Simple, isn't it? Let's move on to the next question. Find the value of the following. Cot of pi by 2 minus 2 cot inverse root 3. Now, this might look a little bit intimidating, but trust me, it's really easy. First thing you need to know is this looks like the equation cot of pi by 2 minus theta, when we take theta as 2 cot inverse root 3 for the moment. Now, so we know that sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta, cos of pi by 2 minus theta is tan theta, sine theta. But what is cot pi by 2 minus theta? Tan and cot are complementary, so cot of pi by 2 minus theta will be equal to tan theta. So cot of pi by 2 minus 2 cot inverse root 3 can be written as tan of 2 cot inverse root 3. So cot pi by 6 is root 3. So therefore, cot inverse of root 3 will be equal to pi by 6. Let's put in the values. So it'll be tan of 2 into pi by 6. And 2 goes into 6 thrice. So it becomes tan of pi by 3. And tan of pi by 3 is equal to root 3. So therefore, the value of cot pi by 2 minus 2 cos inverse root 3 is equal to root 3. Let's look at our next question. Write the value of tan inverse a by b minus tan inverse a minus b by a plus b. How do you solve this question? Consider a by b as x and a minus b by a plus b as y. Then this question would be in the form tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. And what is the formula for tan inverse x minus tan inverse y? We get the right hand side as tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. So we'll just put the values of x and y into our RHS in order to find the value of this question. So it'll be tan inverse of a by b minus a minus b by a plus b whole divided by 1 plus a by b into a minus b by a plus b. So over here, in order to get the LCM, we multiply the two denominators together. So we get b into a plus b. So therefore, it'll be a into a plus b minus b into a minus b. And this is just the numerator. The denominator will be, again, b into a plus b. And since here is a 1, it will be the numerator and the denominator will be the same. So b into a plus b plus a into a minus b. So we've converted it using LCM. So if you notice, in both the numerator and the denominator, there is a b into a plus b present. So therefore, now we can eliminate it. And so what we'll get is a times a plus b minus b times a minus b divided by b times a plus b plus a times a minus b. Now we start multiplying. So a into a is a square plus a into b is ab, distributive property, minus b into a is minus ab, minus b into minus b is plus b squared. And divided by b into a is ab, plus b into b is b squared, plus a into a is a squared, plus a into minus b will be minus ab. So now, as you can see, now, point of fact, there's always a tan inverse in the exterior. We've just never written it because we were focused on solving it. But whenever you're writing it in the exams, be sure to put this under a bracket and write tan inverse on the outside, like this. So now tan inverse of AB and AB gets canceled on both ends. So we'll get a squared plus b squared divided by a squared plus b squared. You see that the numerator and the denominator are same. So we'll get tan inverse of 1. And what is the value of 1 in terms of tan? We know that tan pi by 4 is equal to 1. So therefore, the value will be tan inverse of tan pi by 4. So your final answer is pi by 4. The value of tan inverse a by b minus tan inverse a minus b by a plus b is equal to pi by 4. And we use the formula tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equals tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy. That is the main formula we used here. We just applied x and y as a by b and a minus b by a plus b respectively, and then used LCM and symbol calculations in order to get our answer, pi by 4. Moving on to today's final question. Find the principal value of tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Now this question is really special because it uses the boundary or the range of the inverse function. So you have to be careful of the boundaries of the inverse function. You need to find out the range and apply it in this question. So moving on, tan inverse 1. 1 in terms of tan is tan inverse of tan pi by 4 plus cos inverse of, now we know that cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So cos of minus pi by 3 would be minus 1 by 2. So over here, we have a dilemma because the value fraction, the range of cos inverse theta function is 0 to pi. And if you look, minus pi by 3 is less than 0. We need to convert it into a value that is between 0 and pi. And that can be achieved by converting this into pi minus pi by 3. So in the tan front, it's just simple elimination of the tan and tan inverse function. So we get pi by 4 plus cos inverse of minus pi by 3 would be converted into pi minus pi by 3 in order to get the theta value between 0 and pi. And the reason why we can do this is that cos 180 minus theta is the same as cos theta. So we can write cos 180 minus theta as cos of minus theta. That's the sign convention in the Cartesian plane. So we can write cos of minus theta as pi minus theta. So moving on, pi by 4 plus cos inverse of pi minus pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by 3. And if you notice, we wrote it as pi by 3, which is an error. The actual value is cos inverse of cos of minus pi by 3. And so over here it will be cos inverse of cos pi minus pi by 3. And therefore we'll get cos inverse of cos 2 pi by 3. Now what we do is we eliminate cos and cos inverse. So it'll be pi by 4 plus 2 pi by 3. And the LCM for 4 and 3 is 12. 3 pi plus 4 times 2 pi, that's 8 pi by 12. And so you'll get your answer, 11 pi by 12, as the principal value of tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So that's the way you try to solve these questions. So here we have a principal value of a combination of inverse functions. So that's all for today's episode. I know that there's been very little questions, but in math especially, we can't discuss everything in a single episode and explain it at the same time. So we're making a lot of videos on all of our chapters in mathematics. So be sure to check some of them in the description down below. We've put some links there. And if you want to continue looking at more quality content regarding math or regarding NEET preparation or regarding just good old stories, just subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios. So we'll be back with more useful and interesting content such as memory hacks, mind maps, learner words, NEET preparation, etc. So until the next episode of Inverse Trigonometric Functions, take care, stay safe, ta-ta for now.